Everybody, thanks a lot for coming back. I'm so happy to see you, and I'm just glad you're here. Today I am making a bean dish. I have a cookbook that I'll be using as an inspiration. My sister-in-law gave me this book, and this comes from the people who do the Rancho Gordo beans, the heirloom beans. It's a beautiful cookbook. It has all kinds of really interesting recipes that a lot of things you don't really see, I lots of times use recipe books as a inspiration. Sometimes I follow the recipe, especially if it's baking 100%, but other ones I'll say that sounds good, but I might want to change this or change that. Whereas my sister-in-law, the one who gave me this book, she follows a recipe 100%, and I really do admire that. I don't have that kind of discipline. The bean I'm going to be using today is the yellow eye, and I'll show you those that, once we get ready to start cooking. Yeah, Rancho Gordo beans are expensive. They're heirloom beans, they're expensive. And I don't use these every day. I always use them when it's a very distinctly different bean that I want to try. And when I think about, okay, a pound of beans, $4.95, but how many meals will I get out of that pound of beans? So when you start looking at it, in those terms, I certainly wouldn't use them every single day, but for a special occasion or for, more of an interesting recipe, I will. So having said all of that, I'm gonna come right back and I'm gonna have myself all set up here and we're gonna get cooking. And I really hope you like this recipe. See you soon. The one thing I forgot to mention is I'm going to be using my Instant Pot today. We used to have a large, slow cooker. It's entirely too big for us now. And this Instant Pot has an excellent slow cooker mode, so that is what I will be using. And I think we're just about ready to go here. So I have some celery finely chopped, some onion finely chopped. I have 3 cloves of garlic, and if you've not used one of these yet, you got to get one. These are the neatest garlic presses. You just put your clove of garlic under there and rock back and forth, and you have beautiful, beautiful garlic. And I love mine, absolutely do. And then just scoops right off there, just like that. Okay, now, and it's easy to clean. It's very easy to clean. So I'm going to set this just aside here and bring my pot in. I think I've got to move over here a little bit. Excuse my maneuvering here. Okay, so I'm going to be bringing in some celery. I've got some olive oil in there that's heated up, and some onion, as I'd said. I'm going to hold on that garlic just for a few minutes because I don't want it to burn. So I'll just set that aside for just a few moments. Get you in here. See if I can get you any closer in. Oh, there you go. Now it's better, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to get this coated well, and I will saute for about, 5 or 10 minutes till it starts to get softened, translucent, as I normally call it. It's said to start out slow and to warm them slowly. That's what the recipe called for. And so I set my Instant Pot on saute, and I hit it on the less. I adjusted it to less instead of normal, but I don't like that setting. I don't think it's hot enough. So I'm going to go ahead and just put it as normal. Already I've broken the rules of the recipe. I'm going to add some salt and some pepper. And get this all stirred in here. Okay, once these are, somewhat softening up, I'll bring you back. Okay, these look to be on their way, so I'm going to add the garlic now. I feel so haphazard here, moving the camera around, moving the pot around. It's such an easy recipe. I'm having more hard time with the camera than the recipe. Now I'm going to be adding the beans, and I'll show them to you in my hand. Of course, these have soaked, but you can take a look at them and see how very interesting they are. See, they've just got one little bit there I hope you can see that. That's kind of golden browny color, almost camel color. And these did, I soaked them for about, let's see, 8, 9, 12, soaked them for 5 hours. And they did really swell up nicely. One thing I found out about these Rancho Gordo beans as I have cooked them is that they don't take nearly as long to cook as you know, what we normally see in the grocery store kind of time, and they come out so creamy. I wish I could explain the difference, but they're just wonderful. Now I have cooked some chicken thighs, which I will be adding later. I want to get the beans almost cooked, but I did cook the chicken in some broth, and I'm going to add that to this pot along with the extra water that's going to be needed. And then I also am going to add, I'm so far out away from their recipe, but I'm going to add, I have some chili verde. Now I did this myself a couple of summers ago, and this has been in my freezer, and I'm going to use, it's just your, you know, if you went to the grocery store and looked for La Victoria, chili verde, that's what this is. And I made my own and had blast doing it. And that's about a cup that I've added there. I may add the rest of it. Yeah, pretty close to it. All right, now I'm going to set this on my slow cooker mode. I have put the water in to where it looks like that's about an inch, maybe I need a little bit more, just about an inch or so above the beans, not much more than that. I can always add water, I can't take it away. And I don't want these to be soupy, I want these to be beany. So I'm going to put the glass lid, which I have the nice glass lid for the Instant Pot. You put that on the top of your pot and you've got yourself a slow cooker. So I'm going to take the control off of saute, and I'm going to put it on slow cook, and I'm going to put it on the normal range. I'll see how that starts in. If it's a little too quick, too boily, I can turn it down, but I'll start to see how it begins. There's that sound. All right, seems kind of hectic here. I'm sorry about that, but it's going to be a good pot of beans. We'll see you soon. This smells amazing. I've let it cook about an hour and a half, and these beans are just beginning to get soft. They're still al dente. And I'm going to bring you down, and I'm going to show you what this pot of beans looks like, and then I'm going to do something else with them. Okay. Oh. They smell amazing. They look amazing. And I'm going to show you here. I don't know whether you can see that or not. I don't want to steam up the camera. There. I don't know whether they'll go into focus or not. Anyway, they're beautiful. They've really gotten very plump, and they're softening up. And I have 3 small chicken thighs here that I pre-cooked, I've poached. And I shredded them, took them off the bone, and I'm going to add those to the beans, and they've been in the refrigerator, so they're cold, and then I'll start to cool that bean down a little bit, but that's okay because it'll kick back up. Anyway, this is looking super, super delicious. I know it needs pepper, and I can see it needs salt, but we will get there when it comes time for us to check the seasoning out. So I'm going to put the lid on that, and we will see you when this pot of beans is done and we are ready to take a sample. Okay, we are ready to serve this up. It's been cooking about, in the crock pot, about 4 hours. A slow cooker. My Instant Pot slow cooker. Get that all straightened out. Okay, so we're going to serve this up. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Shall we try tasting it?
Absolutely.
All right.
After you.
You ready to try this?
Yeah.
It's yours.
No,
it's you. It's always you. It's you, the director. You're supposed to have it first. Go ahead, taste it. Now, I turned it off a little while ago. Hope it's hot enough for you. It smells so good. A little cilantro on top of that.
That is good.
Those are that yellow, what did I tell you the name of the bean was? Yellow eye. Yeah? Okay. What do you think?
Very good.
Very good. Oh,
Very
cool.
good.
Okay.
You like that?
Now here's the funny part about this
Good
recipe.
broth, though.
Excellent broth. Here's the funny part. It could use a little more salt, don't you think? Is that I found the recipe in their book. Well, is this the recipe that's in the book? No. Is this my recipe? Yes. But oh, it is good.
Very good.
Oh my gosh.
I think we ought to have a bowl.
Actually, you know, the broth really is like,
It's excellent.
it's part of the like shining star of it, really. What do you think?
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but it is excellent. The beans are. Is that the little yellow eye?
Yes, the yellow. Isn't that
Interesting.
one? You like them?
Very good.
Oh, okay. If you
Yeah,
don't like
no,
them, you
I
gotta tell
do.
me. I mean, $5 a pound. You gotta say, I don't like these beans. I know.
Okay. Let's eat.
All right, let me do my thing here.
All right.
Okay. I wanted a disclaimer here. This is not the recipe that's in the book. I will give you the recipe that's in the book, and I will give you my take on the recipe, which is not their recipe, but I think it's pretty good.
I think it's excellent.
delicious. Watching, tell your friends, subscribe, eat great beans because they're healthy for your body.
That's right.
Anything else?
No.
I guess that's it. See y'all later. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye.